Welcome back to IGN Live at San Diego Comic-Con, presented by Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. Stream the new series August 31st, only on Prime Video. I'm Max Scoville, and joining me now is my co-host Jackie Jing and Arthur Parsons, creative director at TT Games, here to talk about LEGO DC Supervillains, which is a very wholesome game about criminals.
A very, very family-friendly, wholesome game about criminals and villains, yeah. Now,
we spoke about this at E3. This is a game about exactly what it sounds like. It's about being bad.
Yep.
What can you tell us about what you've got new to show off here?
So E3 was the first time we showed the game. And when we talked, we were just kind of showing everything about the character creator and what it is about villains. This time round at Comic-Con, we would be foolish to do anything other than show more characters, because Comic-Con is all about crazy comic book characters.
Yeah, oh my gosh, like Two-Face, Penguin, Poison Ivy. So I want to know, what is it about DC villains? Why make this game? Why did you think people would be attracted to it?
Everyone loves playing the bad guy. I think it's the coolest thing. Every LEGO game I think myself and the team have ever worked on, people like to play the bad guy, whether it's Voldemort or Vader, whoever it may be, they want to be the bad guy. And when we did LEGO Batman 1, like 10 years ago, I think it was, everyone just loved the villain levels that we put in, and we've never kind of touched on that again. And so we're just like, let's just do a game that's just about villains.
Yeah, do it out loud.
DC's roster of villains is amazing. And so, we'd be just, foolish to not do that. And I think, since we've announced it, everyone's just like, oh my God, this is going to be cool. It's just every villain, every one of the best villains ever in one game, which is great. So this level that we're showing actually is, I think this is like level 4 in the game. And Harley kind of rocks up to Botanical Gardens, and her and Poison Ivy are talking, and Captain Boomerang comes in and rather foolishly decides to start hacking through some vines with his boomerang.
That's on brand for him.
Yeah, and Ivy just kind of takes offense, and hence why you've got villains fighting villains.
Yeah.
Now, so in addition to a huge roster of, I imagine, very deep cut characters, it's also a big focus here is like character creation, which you guys have always had that, but this is kind of the first time that it's been really like, it's not just like a minifig, it's a character.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We do a lot of work with our audience through focus tests, and we kind of found that there's this kind of strong emotional drive for people to have their own character and like be able to put that character front and center in the story. So that's kind of why we did it with this. You make your own character who throughout the game will upgrade and get more powers, and they become a really strong focus for the story. Ultimately, believe it or not, culminating in like when the story reaches its crescendo, that character you've created is kind of pivotal to the outcome of the game, which is really cool.
So does the custom character, do they speak? Do they have a personality? Are you able to choose that?
You can choose, I can't remember how many, I think there's like 30 different voices. So you can pick, your character and whether they're sort of like kind of really high-pitched chipmunky or like really deep or however you want them to be, and you can kind of assign their personality to them. The great thing is you can change it through the course of the game. So if you're kind of like, you get into level 3 or 4 and you're like, you know what, I've unlocked 3 or 4 new characters and I want to sort of like change things up, you can do. And as you can see here on the roster,
oh man,
it's
we're getting to look
a
at the
huge.
now.
Yeah, so here if we go across, you've got some new characters we haven't revealed yet, like Clock King, who is just Clock King's super cool.
Oh wait, Condiment King? Get him out here.
So here we go. So Clock King's really cool.
Okay.
And like the words, some of his lines are just silly. He's got this kind of special where he's got this ridiculous clock that runs around and it explodes. So he's got some really cool specials. But this is the great thing about the game. Yes, we've got the Jokers, the Harleys, the Penguins, Catwoman, all the real top tier. And then it wouldn't be a TT Games LEGO game without us like exploring the ridiculous. So obviously having Clock King and Condiment King, and you look through the roster, there's just loads. Down towards the bottom there, we've got who have we got down there? Toyman, and Ventriloquist is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, show him off.
Yeah.
There's so many. Who's your favorite in the Injustice League?
Oh, in the Injustice League?
Yeah.
I would say Owlman.
Okay.
Because he's just like so super serious but super evil compared to obviously to Batman. But the Injustice League are cool, and obviously they're a key part of the story. The sort of the bouncing around between them. But yeah, can we go? Oh, here we go. So these are the new hints that we put in. So we don't need to see those. We're not playing that right now. But yeah, if we can go back to Ventriloquist, because some of his moves are like the best moves in the game. So he's got.
I don't like that at all. I don't like what he's
really
doing
quite
there.
sinister. If you tiptoe around, he kind of he jumps on top of the Ventriloquist dummy. He's got this special where he plays this bizarre piano music, and you can go around. If you shoot and target, he uses the Ventriloquist dummy as a shield, and he shoots the Tommy gun. He's just like a really weird character, and for such a kind of Z-list, no offense, Ventriloquist, for such a Z-list character, the animation team have kind of gone all in on all of these characters to give them that personality.
It's so funny because they're so cute, but then they're so vicious.
Yeah. Yeah, they're villains.
Yes.
Yeah, super villainous.
I love it.
But yeah, it's one of those things when it comes to characters and personality. Everyone has a favorite villain, so we try to please everybody.
Any interesting fan favorites?
Well, I guess we've got Toyman.
Like ones that people are like,
oh,
you
Clayface.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps asking about Clayface.
Oh,
yeah.
Clayface
People love
is
Clayface
amazing.
because Clayface can shrink down small, Clayface can transform big.
Yeah, it's such a sad, tragic story.
Well,
I don't know. That's why I always
had
love Clayface.
that realization that what is it, Feet of Clay, the animated series thing. I was like, oh, that's not a thing a child should have watched. That's
No, oh my god.
And that's what I love about Lego DC superheroes or supervillains is there's a lot of murderers in there, but they're all very cute.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
they're friendly murderers.
Yeah.
You have a prop there
Yes,
from.
yeah.
Yeah, I
What do you
do.
bring in
Yeah.
for us?
So this here is if you pre-order the game, this is the exclusive minifig you get, which is Lex in his Superman power suit, which is integral to the story. No spoilers there. But it's a super cool minifig that you get for pre-ordering. And the deluxe edition has got a season pass full of cool stuff. We just announced one of there's I think 4 character packs, 6 level packs. One of the character packs is in a villains game is actually Heroes. So it's DC TV Heroes,
Nice.
Green Arrow, Flash.
Good. You guys,
That's a cool toy.
you guys always deliver on that front, and I'm sure you'll have more at Gamescom coming up.
Yeah, always.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Arthur.
Lego DC Supervillains is out on October 16th for Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Nintendo Switch. We're going to take a short break, but when we get back, we are talking to the cast of Night Flyers, a brand new sci-fi show from Game of Thrones creator George R.R. Martin, and later, the cast of The Predator will be over here. Don't go anywhere. I mean that. I'll find you.